Boys and girls, welcome to the Off the Dome Show featuring your co-host Thomas Brown Jr. Man. What a show we have today. We got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to discuss. And this is a special edition of the Off the Dome Show because we are on the weekend of Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there. It goes without saying all the hard work and sacrifices that you've made for the children out there, and you know, all that you're able to do for allowing us to accomplish our dreams and achieve goals that we didn't think were possible. So there's no other way to say this. Moms, y'all are awesome. Let's give them a round of applause, shall we? One more time. One more. All right, so today we are going to talk about Nikola Jokic winning the MVP again. I'm gonna say it one more time because maybe the first time wasn't enough. Nikola Jokic has won the MVP again. So that's gonna be a deep dive within itself. We'll also talk about the Knicks and Pacers in that series that's going on so far. And we'll also talk about this little tidbit of at what point, how long is too long for you to ultimately forgive someone? So we got a lot to discuss, trust me, okay? Let's start with Jokic. So, as y'all saw over the last few days, if you have been living under a rock, Nikola Jokic has won the MVP 3 out of the last 4 seasons. And there's a lot of skepticism behind it, and rightfully so. You have your SGAs of the world that could have won MVP, and I don't think anybody would frown upon it. This is a guy that averaged 30 points, that literally had a complete turnaround of the OKC Thunder, got them to the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, the toughest conference in the NBA. I don't think anybody would have frowned at an SGA winning MVP. Then you have a guy in Luka Doncic, who averaged 34, 10, and 9. And although the Dallas Mavericks were a 5th seed, he played a large factor in that, even getting to that spot. Could have made an argument for Luka. But we decided to give it to Jokic. Now, me personally, I feel like just because you did not win the MVP does not mean that you didn't have an MVP caliber season. I know that we don't do participation trophies, but at the same time, if you had a great season, you had a great season. I don't think anybody's going to take that away from you, or at least they shouldn't. I'm looking back now when James Harden averaged 36 but didn't get MVP. I don't think a lot of people were talking about, his season being terrible because he didn't get the trophy. Or Kobe averaging 35 and he didn't get the MVP. The list really goes on and on. So I just want to shout out the Jalen Brunsons in the world, the Giannis's of the world, the Lukas, the SGAs, the Jason Tatums, even if you really want to go that far, best player on the, best team as far as winning records concerned. You can't really take that away from them. And I, at the very least, is not going to start doing that. So, just want to shout those guys out for a spectacular regular season, and for some of them, an even greater postseason. So Jokic, he has a case himself as well, averaging 20, 26, and 10 and 9 himself on great efficiency, and tied with the Thunder for first in the West. Didn't end up getting that position. And I guess my thing is with the MVP conversation is my biggest gripe is how they're setting up when the awards are given out. Like, we're still in the middle of the postseason. And in this case, the reason why it's even more controversial that Jokic won it is because he's down 0-2 in this series against the T-Wolves. And we're still deciding to give him the MVP. Okay. And this is very base level to say this, but someone could definitely look at this and say we're rewarding a loser because of the timing of it all. I remember back in the day where if the award was decided pretty much before the playoffs even started. When you had the first home game of the playoffs and they decided who won MVP, they got a chance to be in front of that home crowd, hoist the trophy, the whole nine. And there was no need for a discussion after that. It just was what it was. Now we've gotten to a place to where we're announcing these awards during the postseason. Then we have an award show 3 weeks after the finals is over. Like, it's all very the way they have it lined up. I think the NBA really needs to look into that and try to work on trying to fix that, because that's just not gonna work in the long run. Another aspect also is thinking about the voting aspect of it all. Now, obviously, the MVP award, especially, usually was the best player on the best team, and stats didn't really take into account that way. That's how it was. Now we've gotten to a space in the NBA community where now we have to provide nuance with giving guys these awards. So now it's okay. Yeah, he might be the best player on the best team, but how much could you really consider him as a valuable factor in that? Whereas you got someone who got to the 4th seed or got to the 5th seed and literally wouldn't have gotten there if it wasn't for them. So now we're at a position in time where the NBA is trying to create a system that's too perfect, that's striving too hard to be too perfect, while not taking into account what the real standards are. What's going on, Christy? How you doing? And so it leads to a lot of confusion when it comes to the voting process, because 1 minute it's how many points that a guy averaged during the season. Then it's okay, did this guy average a triple double? Because Russ kind of made that a thing. Then it's about okay, well, and this is where this is where all the narratives is coming into play. Your first takes of the world, your undisputeds of the world, where it's like who contributes more to their team if you were to swap places, stupid shit like that. Like, the list goes on, and you factor all these things, you can come up to the conclusion of who actually ends up winning MVP. They gave it to Jokic. I ain't mad at it. I think he deserves it. But I also think that it would not bother me at all if Luka ended up winning it also. It would not bother me at all if SGA won it. It would not bother me one bit. Not one bit. But Luka, I think what is crazy is SGA should have won MVP. That's fair. That's fair. And I'm not knocking that. I think anytime you have a guy that averages 30, 31 to be exact, and is able to provide a a night and day turnaround for a franchise, that's definitely a case within itself for sure. But again, the timing of Jokic winning the MVP is what was the most concerning to me. It wasn't so much the fact that he won it. It was just like, okay, y'all giving it to him now. He's down 0-2. I don't know. Like, it just leads to so many different conversations that are worth having. I ain't gonna lie. It is. And then on top of that, when you have moments where Shaq is talking to Jokic, as you know, they present him as the MVP, and Shaq is like, hey, in my personal opinion, I would have thought SGA would have won it. I thought SGA was the MVP. Like you like, it's like you go down this rabbit hole that no one's going to be able to get out of. And Shaq, and exactly. Shaq was being honest, and I appreciate him for doing so. But I think, again, the timing of it all would have been viewed differently, would have been approached differently from not just him, but just about anybody that feels like this was not Jokic's trophy to win. So that's just something within itself. But look, as far as over here, what will you think if the Nuggets get swept? So, first of all, I don't know about y'all. That's not fucking happening. If it does, ooh, boy, we gonna have some conversations, man. I'm gonna say it again. If the Nuggets get swept in this series, we're gonna have to have some conversations, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm sorry. Because remember, and I've been saying this since the start of this show, this is the Nuggets world, and we're all just living in it. Like, dead ass. Okay? And then here comes some fucking Timberwolves, just fucking all that shit up, and then some. And we're like, okay, what the hell is going on? I'm sorry. I can't see them getting swept, dog. Not the Nuggets. It's the T-Wolves world. Hey, look, man, it very well could be, because this is what bothers me about this series, okay? The way that the T-Wolves are defending the Nuggets isn't something that the Nuggets haven't seen before. which is why I am holding out hope that they don't get swept. Because this is not unfamiliar territory for Denver. As far as the defenses and the looks that the T-Wolves are throwing at them, there's a lot of different matchups that the T-Wolves are taking advantage of that the Nuggets are just like in limbo. And that's what it looks like when you're watching these games. And again, it's only a small sample size with it being 2 games. But it's one of those cases where it's like, I know that y'all have seen these type of coverages before, and y'all just are really struggling to counter the defenses that they have lined up. Now, again, the personnel that the Timberwolves have is something to be studied, one may say, because from the wing position to the bigs to even the guards, everyone has some sort of capability to defend. They may not be the greatest defender. They may not be in the DPOY conversation. That's fine, even though they have a DPOY in Rudy Gobert. So shout out to him. But from top to bottom, this is a team that legitimately did not, like when you watch them, you're just like, huh. From top to bottom, everybody can really defend. So much so that they got a duo in Alexander Walker and Jaden McDaniels called the Law and Order, because everybody's getting locked up between the two of them. Ain't nobody going nowhere. And so we will find out this, and this is a pivotal game 3, by the way. It's a pivotal game 3 coming up for Denver, because if that ends up with the T-Wolves getting another victory, the season's over, no matter what happens the rest of the way. So this is a very pivotal game 3 for Denver. Hopefully they can figure it the fuck out. Now obviously Jamal Murray is also to be noted that Jamal Murray is not 100%. I think whatever the fuck's going on with his calf is not helping matters at all either. And Jokic is not really playing well in this series either, which is another thing that is a factor when it comes to him having to hoist this trophy. We're just watching these performances where it's like, okay, this isn't really the Jokic that we know and love. What's going on here? But nevertheless, I just can't see them getting swept. I'm sorry. Game 3, if T-Wolves just sat up there and was just like, look, man, we just got it better than y'all, and y'all just gonna have to suck it, and that just is what it is, then hey, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that. But I gotta see it to believe it. I'm sorry. But nevertheless, again, Jokic winning the MVP. I think the timing is a little bit weird. Like we really just need to just go back to, okay, the voting ends the last week of the season. The winners are announced the first week of the playoffs, and we go from there, because this whole announcing it during the playoffs where guys are not even fucking worried about it, as you see with Jokic. And that's another thing that a lot of people have a problem with, is that Jokic is winning the MVP. That man don't give a fuck about winning the shit. It's like, I mean, cool. I got a trophy. Okay. Now let me just go back to looking at my horses real fast. Like, I don't know. Like that's just Jokic for real. So in terms of the value of the MVP, when you got those type of responses from a guy like Jokic, it's just like, how much do we really want to value the MVP trophy? That sounds crazy to say, but that's how it comes across. So, um, you know, that just is what it is. But speaking of is what it is, I ain't gonna lie. The Knicks and Pacers series has to be something that I've just truly enjoyed from start to finish, man. Okay. Now, I've been pessimistic. No, I'm sorry. Pessimistic is not the word. I was very hesitant with the Knicks this season as a whole because of the fact that they just are, as Brock would tell y'all, is led by Tom Thibodeau, who runs people through the fucking ground and will ask questions later. And it's one of those things where you have to ask, like, how is a roster going to be able to sustain that as far as injuries concerned? And there's been some bevy of injuries during this season, especially in this postseason alone. Missing Julius Randle, OG Anunoby being in and out of the lineup, Mitchell Robinson not being out for the rest of the playoffs. Then you got motherfuckers like Josh Hart that's playing 48 minutes with no problem, making hustle plays all over the place. You got Jalen Brunson that's dropping 40 because he feels like it. You got Dante DiVincenzo, who's knocking down threes for the Knicks as well. You got guys like McBride, who shows up off the bench and gives a punch in terms of the energy that he brings to the floor. And I'm literally just watching this series and I'm like, huh, this is genuinely unbelievable. This is genuinely unbelievable. And I keep telling people this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all think the same way. When I'm watching Jalen Brunson play, dog, please do not tell me that he do not remind you of 2017 Isaiah Thomas with the Celtics, bro. I will never forget that stretch where Isaiah Thomas just sat up there and said, fuck it, I'm going to score however I want to, whenever I want to, for as long as I possibly want. And I actually did it. And that's literally what Brunson's doing right now. He's not the tallest on the floor, even though he's like 6'2", I believe, 6'1", something along those lines. Not the tallest guy on the floor, visibly, if you're watching it on TV. But the guy is just slicing and dicing these defenses like it's no one's business. And he's doing it continuously through the mid-range, through the pick and roll, getting to the basket, making the right passes, being a facilitator on this Knicks team while also being the primary scoring option. Like, it's insane. There's no other way to really phrase it. So you have that. And then on the flip side, you have the Pacers, who to me just look like a team that is excited that they beat the Bucks that didn't have Giannis, that didn't really have all of Dame either. Like, they're just excited to be in the second round of the playoffs. Which, if that's the goal in mind, then hey, I ain't gonna knock you for it. But Jalen Brunson in game 2 showed exactly what I meant. He gets hurt. We're like, oh no, not Brunson, not Brunny boy, right? He's hobbling. Like, damn. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, so Brunson's coming back in the game. Okay. Let's see what that changes, if anything at all. Comes back in the game and just goes ballistic as if nothing ever happened. And by the way, during this entire stretch, the Pacers are having a lead. Brunson was leading a comeback in game 2 and actually got it done. And it's like, watching this all go down, it's like, huh. Maybe the Knicks are a bigger threat towards that NBA championship than people realize or people want to give them credit for. Because the fact that moments like that can happen and really change the game to that extent, that degree, is impeccable. Seriously. It really is. And it's all because from minute 1 to minute 48, every single Knicks player makes it up in their mind that every play that they're in is their last. They literally have been up 2-0 in this series off of solely making the hustle plays and being more physical. And by the way, let me also say this. Shout out to the refs for letting all these playoff games being played without the whistles getting involved, man. Man, these refs are swallowing the whistle. They're like, bro, look, y'all play. Y'all play. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. If you're not built for the playoffs, then you're just not built for the playoffs. And that's just what it's going to be. And that's all it's going to be. Like, these refs in these playoff games are letting these players play. And that's something that I can really appreciate. Obviously, the Pacers don't appreciate it. First of all, I'm sorry. When I saw the report that it was 78 missed calls that the Pacers didn't get, I'm like, I ain't even going to try to watch the game back to figure out all these calls that y'all referring to that wasn't called. But 78 is insane. Insane. Just take the L and just figure the fuck out what the hell's going on with the Pacers. I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. Because it's not like y'all didn't have leads in either one of these two games. Y'all have had it. Trust me, y'all have had it. Y'all just can't keep a lead. Because y'all can't play defense. Which was something that was going to be bothersome for them all year long. Which is what led to them being a 6 seed instead of them being higher. It would have been higher if they just played a lick of defense. And you're choosing not to play defense against a guy who is literally giving you 40 a night. A guy who has shown and has proven to give you 5 threes in a game consistently. A guy who is 6'4" at power forward, but is damn near getting every rebound and getting damn near close to a triple-double every game that he's into. You choose not to play defense against that team? Okay. 78 missed calls. All right. That's just so. It's going to be very interesting tonight when we watch them play. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe the Pacers show the fuck out with them being at home. Maybe they're a little homesick and they take one. What if they don't? Boy, It's the Knicks world, and it's about to go crazy in New York. And I ain't gonna lie, if I am a New York Knicks fan, this has got to be a fever pitch dream that I would have never thought would transpire. And here we are. So, Knicks fans, y'all been through enough, and now this is your swan song. So enjoy it while you can, man. Enjoy it while you can. Um, so there's really no other way to put it. The Pacers got to get this done if they want to even make this a series. Um, the Knicks cannot steal one on the road. It is not going to bode well for the Pacers if the Knicks steal one on the road. So we'll see tonight on Game 3 how that goes, and throughout the rest of the series. But just off of what they've shown me so far, the Knicks, man, as a whole, as a unit, even with all the injuries that they've had, with them going to miss Anunoby, like what they're doing right now is just it's awesome, man. It's really awesome. So shout out to the Knicks, dog. So I want to ask y'all something. And I really want to get the pulse of the room on this, because it's been on my mind for a little bit now. And I genuinely want us to have an adult conversation about this, okay? How long is it too long when it comes to forgiving someone? Okay? And I ask this from a standpoint of, because I know for me, right? People make mistakes. People do wild shit all the fucking time. And it's not fucking cool at all, actually. Right? And so from that standpoint, obviously, you're just like, nah, like no, like I'll never forget what the fuck you did to me. Da 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 da. But my thing is, I know for me, I don't hold grudges forever, dog. I'm sorry. I just call me what you want. Call me what you want. I don't hold on to grudges forever. That's just not my thing. It's not healthy that way. It's just not. You know, because life will continue to go on, regardless of, those instances that I just referred to. Life will continue to go on. And if you're telling me that you're going to spend the next 10, 15, 20 years harboring on shit that happened that didn't really affect anything, it's like, what are we really what are we really upset for? Honestly, why are we still holding on to this? How are you 40 years old? Beautiful family, great job, the whole nine. And yet you're just like, nah, like I just will never forgive them for what they did or what they said. Wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, to each his own. To each his own, you know. And again, I am also take into account that there is some wild shit that people have experienced where it's just like, nah, that's just something that I just won't let go. And I get that, but at a certain point, like at a certain point, where do we get to a space where it's just like, you know what? I'm just not even thinking about it no more. It's not paying my bills. Like it don't have shit to do with my kids. Like, what are we doing to still think about this? What are we doing to still talk about this as if it just happened? Like, I don't know. Um and and maybe that's just the mature aspect of it all, where people just have to really take their time to get to that place, which I do understand as well. But like, even when it comes to apologies, like when someone apologizes, my thing is, okay, they apologized, let it go. Let's stop beating on this dead horse about this apology that was already made. And it's like people have this tendency of, well, we're just gonna wait for the next time where they mess up again, so that way, we can say that they didn't actually really, they weren't really sincere about the apology and this, that, and the third. Why? Where does that state of mind frame comes from where that's supposed to be led and thought of as okay? Because it's not. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Um, Again, let it go. Let it go, y'all. And that's and I'm being so serious. Like, if y'all have some some issues with someone that can be resolved, resolve it. I'm sorry. Like, and I don't mean to be cheeky when I say this too, but life is too short, you know, and the last thing that you need on your conscience is having to feel any sort of regret that you didn't take on that opportunity to address whatever issue it was between you and that person, however long ago it was. Because my thing is too, when you take the opportunity to actually sit down and forgive them, talking about a weight off of your fucking shoulders, a weight, a weight, because it's now not on the forefront of your mind anymore. And it has been addressed. And now that you've gotten older, now that you've experienced different things, now you've been exposed to different things, you have a different mindset now. You have a different perspective on certain things now. So you approach it differently, you handle it differently, you address stuff differently. So why are we still holding on to shit from 15 years ago? Why are we still holding on to shit that really didn't cost anything to you? But you're hell bent on making sure that, like, you don't fucking like them or you want nothing to do with them or whatever the case may be. That shit is not healthy. And I'm not a fucking mental health expert, but I know that shit doesn't even help the mind at all. If every single time you go to the store or you go to the bar or you go to this place, you go to that place, and you just having a regular conversation, and a certain topic comes around and you're just like, yeah, nah, Because when I was in that situation, this is what happened to me. Da, 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 Okay, we get it. But you're also fucking 45. You're also fucking 35. Like, this shit happened. You were younger. And I get it. You were younger. So, the chances of you actually taking the time out to be like, oh, let me fucking forgive them, or even have that come up to the forefront of your mind is less likely. And that's totally understandable. But at what point do you sit up there and just like, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to keep holding on to this forever. I'm not saying we got to be best friends. I'm not saying that we got to go back to how things were before all this happened. But just for my sanity and for my peace and for my mental, and just because it's the right thing to do, we want to have a conversation. I'm going to take the opportunity to forgive you. Or maybe even certain aspects where motherfucker you need to be forgiven. Like like you know what I'm saying? That's why the conversation piece is so important, because there could have been shit that you played that allowed for that decision to be made. And you just didn't realize it. So that accountability piece and just the maturity altogether is something that is very profound and can be challenging. But I just really hope that we can get to a place as a society where we're just not holding on to anything for too long. Because the longer that we are thinking about this stuff and holding this shit in and all this other stuff, it's affecting shit that needs to be done now. So it's affecting shit that needs to be done in the future. And you're getting in the way of that because you're making that choice to be petty or to hold that grudge. I mean, that doesn't have to be the case. Really? It's really necessary. So I hope we can get to that place. And I think the world, I honestly think the world will be better for it. I think the world will be better for it if we actually sat down and was just like, you know what? Hey, this has been 10 years. This has been 15 years. Hell, even if it's 5 years, like however long the time span is, okay. I understand there's a lot of wild shit that transpired, and there's a lot of shit that played with that I don't agree with, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to keep holding on to this. I forgive you. Hope you forgive me for wherever I may have fucked up at. Y'all just go about your business. I don't know. I don't know what makes that so challenging. Maybe it's a pride thing. Maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. But holding on to shit like that as y'all are getting older is just like, okay, like what are we doing? What are we doing? Before we get out of here, there's two things I want to address. Apparently this is graduation week. And you know what, man? Shout out to all of the graduates for this graduating season, man. I would like to give a special shout out to my older brother, who I was a part of his graduation ceremony before the show started today. As he got his degree in arts and sciences by the way of College of Southern Maryland, which is very awesome. I personally, obviously, because I'm part of the family, know his story, and for him to scratch and claw and get to a place where he could ultimately finish that story for himself is, one of the best stories ever told. And I'm glad I was able to be a part of that today before hopping on here. So shout out to Big Bro, man. Shout out to Big Bro. Another one, and I was so sad. I was so sad that I couldn't make it due to work and everything of that nature. But my cousin Jalen, my cousin, the sister I've always wanted, um, the best friend I could ever ask for, um, the lady that y'all met that I had to look all over the airport to find for the birthday trip. Yeah, that one. Um, she graduated as well from the University of Georgia, man. So congratulations to her on that one. Very, very big deal. Master's degree in the mass communications line of as far as the field of study. I'm so proud of them both, man. I've been on I remember the FaceTime calls where they're like wanting to chuck the book to the other side of the room. Been on the FaceTime calls where, they're like literally typing like a robot to get assignments done, like the whole nine. And just watching them being able to achieve these heights, these accomplishments, these achievements is nothing like it. Nothing like it, man. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. And just when you thought that I was gonna be on this thing alone, here comes the beloved co-host Brock Vierra. How are you doing, my friend? How are you?
Awful. I don't know what happened, but I feel terrible.
What happened, brother?
I don't know. I have been dealing with like a headache for the past 3 hours that I've been trying to
Ooh.
fix. So I apologize for my tardiness. Time just like went slipped away.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's good to see you as always, brother from another mother. Um I was just shouting out the graduates today. I was actually at a graduation before getting on here. So just wanted to shout out that I remember you sharing with me that you wanted to go over the highlights of the trip you had last week. Tell us a little bit about that and you know what your thoughts were on that.
Bro, I got molested by TSA.
Oh,
Like
oh,
I got violated, dog. Like I'm a victim. Like
you're a victim.
so I flew out to Hawaii last
Okay.
Wednesday, not last Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays before.
Uh huh.
And it's like 7 in the morning. I'm wearing pants, and I normally don't wear pants, and I'm never wearing pants again. So
Okay.
I go through the machine, and they give me a scan, and I get out. And the TSA
Mhm.
agent points at the screen and goes, "Oh, so there's this little thing coming up where your crotch is," which is weird because like I know me, and I know it's definitely not a cannon. So like I don't know what the fuck old boy was on, but he was tripping. But he was like, "Oh, we got to check you." And I'm thinking they're gonna give me a little scan, little wand on my dong, and keep it pushing. Wrong, 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 wrong. He says he has to hand check me with the back of his hand. So I like he just gets in there. Like I'm not gonna go front. Like I'm pretty sure he did the sign of the cross on my dong trying to find illegal contraband. He went like down, he went like up. Fuck, he went on the undercarriage. He went up my ass. I was like, God damn! Like, I was like walking to the little shuttle that takes you to the right terminal. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
a victim. Like, like I felt like some type of way after. I was like, did that really
Are
just
they
happen?
supposed to do that, dog?
I don't think so. I mean, I did give my consent. I guess it's on me, but at the same time, like brother man was like in my privates. I was like, oh
Dog.
no,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
this ain't good. But besides that, trip was great.
Okay.
um, yeah, I know we were in Hawaii for a couple days. It was my dad's retirement party, so we celebrated that. So it
Nice.
was a lot of fun. For some family members came in for that, so it was a lot of
Mhm.
fun too. And then last weekend, I went to Six Flags with my girlfriend and her friends for my girlfriend's birthday. Six Flags
Nice.
Magic Mountain. Yeah, that place is a trip. I was
Is
used
it?
to I was used to like fucking Disneyland rides. Disneyland rides is just little kid shit.
Uh-huh.
Nah, man, Six Flags Magic Mountain takes it to a whole nother level. Like,
Wow.
bro, Goliath, the largest drop in the world. I was like, oh shit, bro. There's this
Oh.
ride called I forgot what it's called, but basically it goes super fast and you're barely strapped in, and it feels like you're falling out. Like they just keep you stuck like upside down, and
Mhm.
then you gotta get into like this little tunnel and you stop, and like I'm thinking about to shoot forward, but nah, they shoot us straight back, and then we're like standing up and then shoot us straight back. That was super dope, bro. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, like Six Flags, some of the rides did not seem safe. There was, there's especially this one called Gold Mine or something like that, like gold something. It looked like it was out
Mhm.
of 1980. Like they haven't fixed it since 1980,
Oh,
and it was
no.
riggedy and yeah. So
Nah, man.
there's like levels to like theme parks in terms of like ratchetness, and Six Flags is definitely up there on the ratchet scale. But great park, great time, great time. So that was my two trips. That was my two trips.
Wow. Okay. So, all right. What kind of rider are you now? Are you at the front? You in the back? You in the middle?
Oh, there's no other way to put it. I'm a puss. I like to be in the middle, long ways and
Ah, come
sideways. Oh,
on.
bro, there's this ride called like Tatsu or something like that, where like you get
Uh,
strapped in and then you like they flip it so like you're laying flat. And like I know who I am as a person. I'm a big guy, so when we were riding on it, my whole body weight is just on this bar. I'm thinking this thing's gonna open, and it's gonna be. Gonna be a gunner. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared shitless on that one. That one.
I bet.
I was like, oh, this thing
Wow.
does not have the strength to support my body weight. Just leaning on it, and it's going to pop open like a lid, and I'm falling out, and I'm going down. And I thought to myself, like, not trying to be mean, but like,
Uh-huh.
I think suicide prevention should be if somebody's thinking about like killing themselves, they should take them to like a theme park like that, and like make a ride like the most dangerous rides, and like see if they still want to die, because I think that will really help invigorate life into people that are considering that, because I wasn't considering doing that, but it made me have a further appreciation for life, because I was able to get off that ride. Like, so I think that needs to be the new strategy. Like, if you feel like it's your time, jump on, go to Six Flags. It's gonna give you a whole, it's gonna be a whole new perspective on life. Oh, also, I want like this big ass. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I want this. So, like an idiot, right? We get in there
Uh-huh.
and we see this basketball game and we play it and I win like a dummy. Um, and hold on, I'm just gonna show you. I'll be right back.
Sure. Go for it. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the TSA violation thing. Jesus Christ. That was just like, nah. Nah, boy. That's why when I was told about that pre-check baby, boy. Nah, man, we ain't about to do this. But then again, I can't say nothing because when I went to Cali, when I went to Cali, I didn't have to deal with none of that. What the fuck?
Yeah. So like, I want this big ass dog, like,
Huh?
bro, like this is me, and like this is the size. Like, imagine carrying that around all day. I will put this away.
Wow. Yeah, no. Yeah, we might have to take turns carrying that thing. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Wow. Okay. Well then. Well then. Um Damn. That's a big ass bear. It's a big ass fucking bear. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. It's a big ass bear, dog.
It's a big dog. Yeah. So I mean, we were fortunate because like the coolest friends us taking turns babysitting, playing auntie and uncle, so it worked out. But like, yeah, I think we wanted like 11. We didn't leave the park till like close to 7. So just imagine that thing being carried around by like a group of 7 people all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh
It also
man.
sucked because like I was so silky smooth with that shot. And I'm thinking to myself, did I really develop basketball skills at 25? Like that could have, like that could have happened sooner. Like god damn. Like what am I gonna do at 25? Like who cares if I can hoop at 25? Like the only people, like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be that guy at the Y who brings his wife and kids to his basketball games. Like this is the NBA finals. Like those people. Like I'd be watching
I
them.
know
Like
those people.
they be going all out, and they be saying some shit on the court. I'm like, huh? Like you know what? I want to say it just because I'm on the topic, just because my nephew plays in it. There is a drastic difference across the board between black and white sports. All right,
Okay.
like
Okay.
flag football led by white people is like deers in a meadow. It's just kids running around, grazing, having a great time.
Yeah.
Flag football in like the black community, which my nephew is a part of.
Ah.
Holy, like you think you're in the NFL at this point? The way people be talking, like, like why was a parent threatening to fight a ref? He
Dog.
says, "Oh, if he says the quarterback, oh, if they hit my son, they didn't even hit him that hard. They didn't even hit him actually. Oh, if they hit my son's arm again, yeah, I'm gonna break my son's arm. I'm gonna break you." And bruh, like the N bombs are dropped harder than bombs there in World War II. Like at esports. I'm like,
Wow.
bro, why are we installing audibles for 9 year olds? Like, what is happening? Like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And I don't know what my original point was, but oh yeah, that's what it led to. So like, you take that and then you transition it into like dudes like in corporate jobs when they're 35, like just be like saying some
Mhm.
shit on a basketball court. Like you guys are grown. Like motherfucker, you 40. Like
Yeah.
why are
Yeah.
we why are we acting like this? Like dudes are gonna get into full blown fights in a basketball rec league. Like
Bro.
people take that stuff seriously. It's like, bruh,
I I don't know,
bruh.
man.
I don't know either. All I know is if you want your child to be, nice and happy, put them in a white league. But if you want them to ball out, put them in a black league because they don't play. They don't play. They don't play. Like
They
coaches and
don't. They
coaches
don't,
be
dog.
saying some things. Some like damn, like
Yeah,
motherfucker,
yeah,
they 9. Like why are you like god damn, like shit, like bruh. No matter how serious you think it is, it ain't It ain't that serious.
No.
No.
But that's usually how it goes, though.
It is.
You know.
And not gonna lie, offensive coordinators at that age, like the adults that are offensive they don't get, bruh. I don't know if it's my league or whatever, but they can't call offense for shit. Them plays
Are
be
you
ass.
serious?
That plays be some ass. Like they be drawing up, seam throws for 9-year-olds. Like, bruh, just no. Like, you
Nah,
got,
buddy.
bruh, you gotta try and build in progressions for a 9-year-old. Like, simplify the playbook. That's why these kids are all confused. Is because you got 9-year-olds trying to call audibles based off coverages, and just you hand the ball off to your fastest player and let him run. That's what you do.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Make it
That's it.
nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet. But yeah,
Like, come on.
that's been my life experience so far.
Gotcha. So, we are on the precipice of
That's a
Mother's
good word.
Day.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We
Precipice.
are on the precipice of Mother's Day this weekend. I want to take this special opportunity to give them their flowers, so to speak, even for some that don't like flowers. And what I mean by don't like flowers, they don't take care of them when we give it to them, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Damn. Are you? Did you give flowers to someone and they let it die? Talk to us. What happened?
No, okay. First of all, I fucked up. Let me start off with saying I fucked up, okay? Because my dumbass did not do this thing. Okay, all right. Now I'm really wrong. Really wrong. Okay. So for those of you that don't know about me, I am deaf in my right ear. Okay. So I literally me listening and me hearing shit, I'm gonna need a double take 9 times out of 10. And you want to know what most people can't stand? Is when they're repeating themselves. So of course, when the motherfuckers repeating themselves, they can't stand my ass. Okay. Context, great. Awesome. Long story short, the relationship I was in, Mother's Day came up. Okay. And I'm like, damn, I don't know I did not know what the fuck to do. Like, I'm trying to think of some things to like conjure up. I'm like, I don't really know. And I totally forgot that she told me that she don't like flowers. Like, that's just not her thing. Okay. And I totally forgot. I was scrambling around. I'm like, damn, like she gotta get something for fucking Mother's Day. It's fucking Mother's Day.
Wait, time out. So this is with your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Do you have a kid with her?
No.
Then what are you doing? Why are you doing something for her?
Because for the sake of presentation, man.
Does she have a kid?
Yes, she has a kid. We were over this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on. It's all. Listen,
this headache got you on a tramp, buddy.
Listen, it's been a long week at work. All right, I'm in La La Land right now.
I feel it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You dated a single mom.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that
sir.
that was a dumbass decision, bro. I'm not even gonna front. Like,
hey.
Listen, no. Like, no. All right, no man under 25 should be dating a mother. All right, that is a 25 and that like dating a mother is the same requirements as like renting a car. Like, you need to be 25 or older. Like, no, wow, no. See, that's the problem though. You a better man than me. As a reason why, like, why I give you a Mother's Day? Like, you ain't my mom. You're not the mom to my kid. Like, damn, tell your baby daddy to get you a gift. Shit.
Look,
I get a Mother's Day gift, birth control.
Wow. What the fuck, dog?
What
Oh
you mean? What
man.
you mean? Why? What you mean?
No, okay. Look, and it'll be one of our topics coming up soon because dating in 2024, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, unless I see something different, it's been nothing but single mothers. Tell me
Yeah,
when I'm telling lies.
no
It's
lies. No lies.
2024 now. It's
Uh,
2024 now. I'm
hey,
sorry. That's just all you see.
listen.
That's just all you see.
I said it before. I say it again. The modern dating market. If you are 25 or older and dating people that are 25 or older,
Mm-hmm.
there's an 80 to 9% chance, even if no matter who, if it's guy or girl, whatever, that they have a child.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
which is wild to me. Like, why are y'all having so many kids? Like, it's so easy to not, you know, and why?
Not do that.
Like, have a
Not do
child.
that.
It's so easy to not have a
Not have a
child.
child?
Yeah, like there's rubbers and birth control and IEDs or whatever you put in your uterus. Like, do you? Why are you looking at me like that? Like, do you have one on the way? Like, do you have a little
No,
bun in
I
somebody's
don't.
oven?
I don't. I
That's
don't.
what I'm saying,
I'm
though.
saying what I'm saying is there are a lot of those out there and they know who they are and they don't have to put themselves to the forefront.
Right, I say you gotta
But
find some neglectful mothers out there. That's who you gotta start dating. All right, that little boy ain't ever gonna be seen. No, sir.
dog.
Listen, you can't get attached to a little boy if he's not around. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking insane. Fucking insane, bro. It never
Hey,
gets
hey,
old.
hey! Shout out to all the fathers out there. Take responsibility for the children. All mothers that's not excellent for the dating market. If you listen, if you have a child and you don't see him in your lady, my boy Thomas Brown Jr. is the man for you.
Oh my god. I mean, hey, it is what it is. And we'll talk more in depth about
Yeah,
that.
sorry. I apologize for interrupting your story. So your ex-girlfriend has a child from another dude, and you, Thomas Brown, want to be the knight in shining armor. You buy her flowers, even though she has said in previous times she does not like flowers.
Yeah, because I was rushing and I wasn't thinking straight.
No, hey, it happens. Take us away. What
So
happens next?
I bring the flowers over to her. I got the card. I got a card for him, and then I had a card for me. Then I had the flowers. I'm like, I can't really afford anything crazy than that. She's not really materialistic either, but that's not what was on my mind. I was like, man, like she has to have something. And so I thought of that combo, gave it to her, and her reaction was just like this was her. This was her.
See, I see that, and I understand where she's coming from because she doesn't like flowers. But at the same time, as a man, I'm not gonna handle disrespect. So you really only have two options in this situation. You either do whatever you did, or you do option B, which I think is the better one. Sleep with her sister. Like
What?
you,
Oh,
you, you got
God.
you got to show that you got to display an ability to show that if you are not appreciated, you will go find appreciation in a nearby room in the same house.
Oh my God. No,
Exactly.
Brock.
Yes,
No, Brock.
100%.
That is so. That is so not like me, and you know that.
For every
That
failed
is so crazy in general. What the fuck?
listen, for every failed ex, she had a family member that it would have been a hit with. All right, but it's up to you to find out which one. Motherfucker like me, I go after the grandmas.
Huh? Why?
What do you mean? They know how to cook. They probably got control most of the money in the family, being a widow and all. And like the husband probably bought a house in 1950, so the crib is probably paid off and nice. So and her son's probably installed centralized air condition, maybe like 5 years ago. So I'm gonna be living in comfort. All right. And honestly, after she takes her arthritis medication, she's pretty much out for the rest of the day, so I can just like play video games. So that's why you gotta go for the grandmas. 100%. Plus they'll do stuff in like they'll make you like home cooked meals that takes days, like ribs, it's like good sauce, like a soy sauce based barbecue sauce, some collard greens, grits, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, cornbread,
What
fried
is this
okra.
fucking Thanksgiving?
Sorry, I got taken away.
Oh man. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
she'll make like pot roast. It's been simmering for like 12 hours. Like a recipe been passed down for generations. You know what I'm talking about? Even the seasoning got seasoning. Like everything gonna be swollen after I eat
Even the
this.
seasoning got seasoning. This
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, no, she didn't like she didn't like the flowers.
Should have bought her
And
grandma.
I should have I should have saw that coming because I totally forgot that she didn't, and that was that. And then on top of that, like it was like she was like, you could have done something else, and she was giving me like the list of things that I could have done, which would have made life a whole lot more easier for me. And I was like, damn, okay. Oops.
Red flag. Red flag. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't know one woman who truly doesn't like flowers. Like, there's some who love flowers and like don't like them, but like, I'm sorry. I've seen situations where dudes have gotten girls flowers and girls say they don't like flowers, and they absolutely adore the fact that they got flowers. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's a
honestly, bro,
double-edged sword, though.
it is. Like, listen, as you approach this new dating game, if you need like life advice, like let me know. I'll be a coach. I'll get you to grandma's house and inside. Like, I'll make sure that you are comfy. You know what I'm saying?
Rocky, you stupid
What?
bug.
bro, you guys think like I'm crazy. You guys think like this is an awful thing. You guys think that I'm out my ass, but think about what I just said. You're setting yourself up to honestly undermine the family and the inheritance. If I'm being real, like, you're at least getting the house for sure, and some renovations just been done to it. Like, I'm gonna be like in that thing, like alone, like walking around, like a fine bitch at the club. Shout out to Earthquake for that joke. I've been watching a lot of Earthquake the comedian. He said that, and I haven't been able to get that joke out of my head for a long time. So the joke is like 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 a death row inmate is like walking to his execution, and he'd be like ignoring everybody saying some stuff, like a fine, and then the quick ghost goes like a fine bitch at the club, and I haven't stopped thinking about that for a minute, and that's how I'm gonna be in grandma's house when she's in her heavenly home. All right, buck naked. All right, just chilling in a place that should not be mine. All right, like I'm sorry, like that's how real people get real things done. Like, think about it. If you gotta date somebody with a kid anyway, why don't you date somebody with a grandchild? And honestly, in the modern market, most grandmas are like 40s now, are like in their 40s. So, I'm really not out of bounds in my evaluation. Listen,
Wow.
people even talk about the stepdad. I like to be the step granddad. A lot less responsibility. So much less responsibility. All you gotta do is show up to family events and be awkward at introductions, and you're good. Like, like, people
Where is
gotta
this
talk
coming
mad shit.
from?
I'm just talking about, hey, you gotta change your narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I don't have a great history of relationships. Well, that's because you're not dating the right pool, right? I see you're dating people that's your age. When in reality,
Uh-huh.
you're playing right now. You're playing in the G League. All right, you need to
Uh-huh.
be playing with the old vets in the NBA. All right, You need to be playing with seasoned veterans, and that's I believe that's your
Ah,
issue. Thomas, I want you to download Tinder. I want you to set that age minimum at 45. I want you to find yourself a fine little grandma that you can ride out
oh
and
my
eventually
goodness.
inherit most of her things when she returns home. Think about it. Think about little Debbie's old room that she used to have growing up. That's your man cave now. We're gonna deck that thing out in Philadelphia green, like Eagles memorabilia. Like I'm gonna come over like all the time. It's gonna be so dope. I'm gonna help you build it too. Like it's going to be great. And you know she's gonna make something for us to eat, cause like oh, we're gonna get sandwiches, bro. Like we're gonna get paninis. Imagine that, you and me, bro, on a Sunday in your new man cave with fresh
Uh,
paninis.
fresh paninis. Yo,
Don't
what
think
is
about
going
it.
on, dog?
Listen, you, me, Sunday Night Football, Eagles on the TV. Your ladies coming in, grandma's coming in with some chicken cutlets.
Chicken cutlets. Oh my
Think
god.
about it. That fresh fresh French baguette bread, a little fried chicken cutlet, mozzarella. All right, tomato sauce on top. Right, nice red sauce. You know what I'm saying? Nice and hot. Little salt, little pepper, little basil. All right, a little bit, little olive oil drip. All right, smash the sandwich together, cut it, with a line, and you got yourself a meal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Okay. Um so with Mother's Day coming up this Sunday, do you have a special message for mom?
I do actually. I want to tell my
Go
mom
for it.
how much I love her. I appreciate everything she's done for me before. She's a phenomenal cook. So I appreciate all the meals that she's made for me before. Oh my goodness, her cornbread is like I just had it again, delicious. She makes an incredible roast as well. Her
Mm,
prime rib that she makes every year, I haven't had it in forever, but it is phenomenal, bro. So if you're ever in town, you gotta come over. You gotta have it.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, oh my, she makes such good fish too. Like, oh my god, bro, like it is delicious. She's like really good at like also like baking food items. Like she does like this
Mm,
pretty good like chicken dish that she bakes. Um, her grilled ahi or her grilled tuna is to die for with her lemon butter sauce, her lemon butter shoyu sauce, which is just divine. Um, Yeah, no. Shout out to my mom, like for being such a great cook. Like, I think my mom got arthritis now. Nah, I think, but like she got arthritis now because like, she
mhm.
spent so much time just like whipping it up in the kitchen.
Wow.
Like my mom, the type of person to like have family over and just be cooking all day. And when it's time to eat, she just wants to sit back, relax, and watch everybody enjoy. Like that's what she's like. And we're like,
That's
and she doesn't
dope.
even like eat the meal. She like eats something on the side just because like she just made it for everybody else. Just because that's how she like shows her appreciation, shows her love to the family. So shout out to my mom. Like my mom has like also like acted as like a pseudo mom to other people, like filling emotional
Mhm.
needs for a lot of people. So like I believe that's kind of the mark of a excellent woman is when they're able to be what's the right phrase to say this, welcoming to all, right?
Mm, mm.
And that's exactly who she is. So I want to wish her a her early Mother's Day. Could not have asked for a better mom. And the one sad part about me leaving home was that I don't get to enjoy her cooking often anymore, and that's something I definitely miss. But whenever I'm back home or she comes up here, I enjoy all the time I get to spend with her.
Wow. That's dope, man.
Thank
That's
you.
dope.
I appreciate it.
Um wow. Mom, I love you, man. Really do. Um, you know, made a lot of sacrifices for us, even though I know your body did not feel like it. Your mind could not take it. You did it day in and day out. Um, your love that you had for all of us is very apparent. I don't think that's something that anybody would ever take away from you. Um, and obviously, with me being the biggest baby out of all of them, and by baby I mean the weight, I was 9 pounds and 15 ounces.
Oh, you too,
You too,
bro. I was a fat. I was bro. I came out 2 weeks early too. That's the worst part. Like
really?
I was a fat kid. So I'm not gonna lie. My
Yeah, I
mom's
came out a week late.
bro. My mom's like cravings. Like when I was in her womb was like teppanyaki. Like like the chef that
Uh-huh.
cuts up and like does the show and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just blasting that all the time when I was in her womb. So I was a big boy. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
bro, my mom is a maniac. Like she no epidural, no drugs. She said this is my final time giving birth, so I want it to be natural, all natural. And like, yeah, I'm like, Ma, you tripping? Like you tripping?
Psycho, bro.
Yeah. Oh, the side
Psycho.
story. When my mom was in labor with me, my dad had a gout attack. So like,
Oh.
see, my dad had gout problems in the '80s, right? So he
Uh-huh.
found out it's because of his diet. So he like
Mhm.
changed up his diet, and he was all good for like damn near a decade. And like I guess this one was stress induced because my mom was in labor, so
Uh-huh.
he had to be in the hospital bed right next to him, her with his leg raised up in the air. And then he says, dudes, right? Dudes, right? Says some dumb
Yeah,
shit to
yeah,
her,
yeah.
like, "Oh, honey, I feel your pain. I know exactly what you're going through." She's like, "Shut the fuck up! Like, you don't know what I'm going through. You have gout. I'm pushing a 9 pound baby into this world, like all natural. Like, fuck out of here with that shit." Yeah, 1999 was a wild year. Yeah.
Wow.
See,
That's crazy.
praise to the women. Like, if I had to give birth, give me the drugs. All
Bro.
the drugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And my mom was natural with me too.
Whew.
And
God bless
it
that
would
woman.
and it was crazy because my mom told me that the doctors told her that it ultimately was gonna be a choice between me and her because of how like wild it was for her to do it natural. So the
Damn.
fact that the fact that we both were able to make it through was kind of nutty.
No,
I think at
yeah,
that moment I knew how much of a psychopath I was.
that's fair. But
It was
that
crazy.
highlights what your mom went through to bring you into this world. Kind of like highlights why Gilbert Arenas pisses me off with that whole Rudy Gobert comment. So like
Yeah.
he's like, oh, you can always like one the comment stupid. You can always go back to see him later. You can always have another kid. Like one that's stupid, but one as a guy, it's not about you. Like
Right.
like
Right.
your the mother of your child is about to undertake one of the most painful, painstaking, life-threatening things that could ever happen to a woman ever. Like
Mhm.
how many times women go into labor and they don't make it out? And
Yep.
like you want him to skip it for a basketball game? Like, bro, I remember when my niece was being born and I saw like the mother of the child just like in bed, like swollen, face swollen, couldn't move. Like I was stressed.
Yeah.
Like I was like, damn. So like for Rudy to have not been there in Gilbert Arenas' perfect world just displays that like he's a dumbass. And honestly, like controversial take. If you're
Go
taking
for it.
life advice from Gilbert Arenas, just call it a day. Just call it a day. Stay home, never leave. Because there's nothing positive that you could ever do. Honestly, you're probably more likely you will cause harm to society if you take life advice from Gilbert Arenas. So yeah, like
Oh my
shout out to the
god.
moms, and also if you are a lady, and you are
Mhm.
in the dating scene, be careful who you date because remember that dude that's a douche now is gonna have to be your number one supporter when you're in labor. And I said this story
Mm,
before. I picked up these couple of dudes from a strip club one time, and they were talking about their buddy who was inside in like the VIP room, the champagne room, having a grand old time. Right, his wife was in labor.
wow,
Yeah,
crazy. Nope,
that's
nope.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
just no. Like,
Like,
just
like
no.
moms are strong. Moms are hella strong. Moms do way more than they get appreciated for. All right, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like watch who your partner is gonna be, because there's a lot of shitty ones, and you don't want to
Yep.
be into those.
No. No.
Right?
And
If you want a good one, my boy Thomas Brown Jr. right here. That's a good guy. All right, he's gonna get you flowers.
thank you.
He's gonna get you flowers for Mother's Day, even if you're not the mother of his child. That's respect right there. You're a better man than me. All right, I would have bought her a Kit Kat.
Hey, let me make something very, very clear now.
Okay.
I did get my mom something for Mother's Day as well.
Oh, of
Okay.
course, of
So
course.
I covered both bases. It's just that one base wasn't satisfied and the other one was completely satisfied.
You're a
And you
better
know what?
man than me.
As long as I get one dub, that's
Oh,
all that mattered to me.
you're a better man than me. I would have given your girlfriend a Reese's Pieces.
Oh man. It's all good. But mom, look, I thank you so much for the sacrifice that you've made.
Damn right.
And just allowing me to live my dream and doing this sports casting thing, no matter how loud I get, because obviously I can't hear myself with the headphones being soundproofing and me only having one ear to work with, and me being animated and being as charismatic and as loud and obnoxious and passionate as I am with any and every conversation there is. Being able to put up with that, even though I get texts like every other show about like tone the noise down because I got to go to work in a couple hours, and I'd be like, yeah, Brock, so I'm going to have to be a little bit quiet here, but just bear with me. I'm gonna do my best. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just having to go through that process with me, going through this stage with me, supporting me in more ways than one, even in some of my lowest points in life, really means a lot. And as always, wouldn't be the same without you. We love all the mothers out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, y'all are y'all, y'all are crazy, but we love you.
Shout, yeah, no. Shout out to women in general, man, especially moms, because there's a
Yeah,
common
yeah,
theme. It's like real moms, like real women, when they love someone, like no matter what, especially when it's like their boy or something like that, they're never gonna let you fail. Like they might let
yeah.
you sink a little bit, but they're not gonna let you drown. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
that's what I think it's all about. Like to the unsung heroes, the moms, like the people, like especially during like when you're in school, like the amount of
Hmm.
things they gotta do and sacrifices they make and time they gotta dedicate to dumb shit, like, and they do it all, no late
All the time.
hesitation, all time, be
Yeah,
up, like baking shit for random bake sale. Like, why are we doing this? But you know what? They do it, right?
yeah.
Why? Because they care, you know. And
Hmm.
I just feel like moms don't get enough credit for what they do, because they be hauling like weight. Like, it's moms make it easy to be dads, honestly, because like the requirement to be a dad is literally just show up and be there, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
unfortunately a lot of motherfuckers can't do, which is wild. But like the
Hmm.
hallmark of a mom is one of selflessness, sacrifice, stress, and
Hmm.
yet they do it in stride and they keep it pushing and they look good doing it. And I just shout out to the moms, man. Like this day is meant for y'all, and you guys should be celebrated more than just on Mother's Day. But since we do have this day, like, thanks for everything. Like, even just
Yeah,
even just
yeah.
like the moms who are like moms to everyone. Like, Thank you guys. Like you guys legitimately changed lives. Angels in the outfield every day,
all the time.
all the time.
And they wouldn't trade it for the world, man.
No, we wouldn't trade them from the world. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Shoot, tell them their honest opinion. They would get rid of us in a heartbeat. But it's okay. It's totally understood.
Oh yeah, they want to get rid of us, but then they get rid of us, and they miss us. That's the funny part of moms.
So weird. Weird.
They want you to fly away, but as soon as them wings start flapping, they miss you. And I think it's funny and it's lovable at the same time.
Yeah.
Like they want you to be a grown man, but you're never gonna stop being the little boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, shout out to all the mothers out there, man. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Wow. Well, before we get out of here and we got all the mushy and sentimental shit out the fucking way, we got some lovely commercials with your name on it. Check it out.
Streetwear is not dead. The next wave of black fashion comes out of the Bronx, New York. Rich Kid Clothing, picking up where FUBU, Rockaware, and Kyle Kanai left off. Rich Kid is for the next generation of Get Fly fashion heads. Use promo code MELLOW23 for 15% off your next order. And for orders over $100, there is free shipping. Again, use promo code MELLOW23 for 15% off your next order.
In 2006, we founded Yeti Coolers with a simple mission: build a cooler we use every day if it existed. One that was built for the serious outdoor enthusiasts rather than for mass discount retailers. One that could take the abuse we knew we'd put it through, out in the field and on the water. One that simply wouldn't break. We decided early on that production innovation would come from necessity and first-hand experience, not from market research and data analysis. Today, Yeti products perform when it matters most. Whether that be an excursion into the remote Alaskan wilderness, chasing redfish on the Gold Coast, or just getting together with friends in the backyard, we make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder. # built for the wild.
All right, y'all. This concludes another great episode of the Off the Dome Show featuring your hosts, Thomas Brown Jr. and Brock Vierra. We're going to be here every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. West Coast Time. This is always a pleasure doing this with you, brother. It never gets old. Do you have any final words for us before we get out of here?
No. Shout out to the moms. Shout out to, grandmas. And, if any single grandmas with a paid off house is looking for love, my boy Thomas Brown is right here for you.
Look, man, I'm gonna keep him in check for the next couple days, okay?
Listen, are y'all telling me you ain't looking like Walt Clyde Frazier right now, like how he looked in the 70s? All you're missing is like a fly suit, a Cadillac from that time, and a black and white picture in New York, and you be Walt Clyde Frazier. All right.
Oh my God.
God, I wish I was alive in the 70s. God, even 62. Like honestly, sometimes in life, I wish I was Walt Clyde Frazier. I think all that. Like, imagine being so fly in a time when like people hated you just for who you were, and it didn't matter because you was dunking on their ass, and then winning championships for New York, and then boning wet women when that shit meant something. Like, God damn, I want to be Walt Clyde Frazier.
Oh my God.
And if you want your own version of Walt Clyde Frazier, Thomas Brown, right
there. Oh my God. I will deal with him later. But in the meantime, between time, y'all, it's been a pleasure. Thank y'all so much for tuning in the show. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, wishing them a happy Mother's Day. And follow us on all of our social media platforms at TOTD Show on Instagram, Twitter, X, if you really want to be that guy.
Yes.
Like
and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. on YouTube will be here. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time.